Okay, I wanted to just do a quick video capture here, screen capture, that can show the folks, anybody at Fox Sports that might be working on this project, how to find assets that we've provided for you. So really quickly, whenever I share a G Drive file or folder, for those of you logging into G Drive, you'll go over and you'll just click on Shared with Me. All right, this is what I see at this point, but these are client folders that we are currently working on projects for. The point is, your folder will be called Fox Sports, okay? Within this folder, you're going to see several folders, okay? And this is a great way for us to archive everything and put it in a place that if you want a specific piece or item, you can go and find that relatively quickly and easily. So, for example, in the first folder, we have archived some player highlights from Georgetown basketball. Obviously self-explanatory, men's and women's. The men's, if you click on over here. So the beauty of this entire process is you don't have to download everything if you don't want it. So, for example, if you want to just watch this clip, you can watch it. And this is obviously provided to us from the broadcaster. But the point is, you can look at the clip, you can see what it is, and then you can decide, okay, is this something that I want to use in the project? And if so, you simply come over here and you click on the download button. You click on download, you begin the download process, and you'll see, look, now it's starting to download this clip. One precautionary thing I want to tell you about in G Drive is when you watch videos, they're always going to look sort of degraded when you're watching them on the back end, when you're watching them within the cloud. Once you download them, and I'll show you this example later if it downloads by the time I'm done with this, the point is it will be a higher quality once it's downloaded onto your computer and no longer streaming. But the point is, you can watch all of those clips and then decide, is this something I want to use? It just saves you time from having to download everything. So real quick, I'll show you what I meant by that. Here's the clip that we just downloaded. And just to do a quick test of this, you can see now on your screen, the quality is obviously much higher, from what you saw streaming in the cloud. All right, so now if we take a step back, those were highlights. There's also women's highlights. We've also provided you some animations that we use for our broadcasts at Georgetown. These are done in After Effects. You may choose to use them. You may choose not to use them. Frankly, we're just providing them to you. It may be something you want to use and save you some time in After Effects. There's different versions of all of them, so you can decide what works for you, and maybe they don't work for you. So nonetheless, those are there for you if you want them. Assets provided by Georgetown. These are coming from the university. So here's an entire 10-minute video of a recap of last year's entire basketball season with highlights, a voiceover, graphics, their trip all over the world, wherever they traveled. Here's the Big East tournament, so there's that. The John Thompson Center has been a big topic of discussion, and getting footage of the Thompson Center from within the Thompson Center. You can see that this is an older video, but nonetheless, you start to see that there's some talk and some animations here, and also some real footage of what's currently now in the Thompson Center and the students using the Thompson Center, the student athletes using the Thompson Center. Same thing. Now this is a little different. This is a promo made for Georgetown by a different contractor, their broadcast partner. So nonetheless, you can see there's a lot of footage here that you can use. All right, so back to this folder. Here is some B-roll that our team has used over the years in our broadcast, sort of bumps and teasers when we're going in and out of breaks, when we're in a broadcast. So, like for example, here's a shot of the Capitol. That's very DC, but also here's some shots of campus, some students walking simply over some stairs or whatever. I mean, a lot of this is very basic stuff. Here's a fountain outside of one of the chapels. That is pretty beautiful. But anyway, nonetheless, you can see there's quite a bit here of here's the Key Bridge. This is sort of a staple of Georgetown and the surrounding area, this beautiful bridge. So anyway, feel free to use any of that B-roll. Documents and data is just sort of housekeeping stuff for us. You don't really need that. Georgetown versus Maryland. This is one of the original shoots that we're going to be doing for this project specifically. Obviously, there's nothing in this folder now, but this is where you're going to be able to find the video from the shot list provided to us for editing that from that basketball game. So this is where we'll put our raw footage from that game, and you can, again, same process, view it and download what you want. Here's Midnight Madness. This is what we produced from Georgetown. So here's the copy of the entire broadcast. This is a multi-camera switch with graphics and a bunch of stuff. So you can choose to use this as you deem fit. There's a bunch of stuff in here, including the men's and women's basketball team. And then here are full interviews. For example, our play-by-play guy for the night, our host, sat down with the coach of Georgetown. So, here's John Thompson on screen doing an interview, so you can use that if you want. Here's something different. You may not use it, but nonetheless, some raw GoPro stuff that we shot. This was for a promo video. Some of it's good, some of it's awful, but, if you want it, this is shots inside of Georgetown basketball. So that's there for you from Midnight Madness. All right. Last thing, promos. These are things we've done over the years that have helped us in our broadcasts. So, here's a promo of our team in action, shooting and broadcasting a Georgetown football game. This is within our truck. A couple of other, things that are in this folder that you might, deem useful. So this is your Fox Sports folder. As soon as I have email addresses from those that need access to this folder, I will make this accessible to you, and then go ahead and, elect what you want to use. Thanks.